Hi, man, with etrailer, and today we're going to be talking about the Rhino Rack Roof Rack system on top of our 2021 Toyota RAV4. Now, this will be a great option for you because if you're running out of space in the back of your RAV4, since you don't have a lot of space already, you can put other items on top of here, or if you have any longer accessories or items too, this is going to be a great way to store those things. So let's take a closer look at it. The first thing I want to talk about with our fit today is we have raised rails. So a good way to check if you have raised rails too is if you come over to the top of your vehicle and these rails that sit up here have a gap underneath where you can put your hands under, then you have raised rails. I also recommend just plugging your vehicle's information into our fit guide to find out what's going to be the best fit for you. Our system today is going to be comprised of two parts. That first part is going to be our 49-inch Rhino Rack Crossbars, and underneath that we're going to have our Rhino Rack towers too. So taking a closer look at that crossbar is, we're going to have this T-channel up top along with this weather strip. And this weather strip is going to keep a lot of debris from getting in here, so you don't have to worry about anything rusting up or anything getting in the way of your T-channel accessories too. Next up, we're going to have this arrow shape, and that arrow shape is going to help reduce wind noise and wind drag. And on the side, we're going to have our end caps. They're going to have these security locks on the end of them. You'll have a specified tool to take those off. Now, if you want something more secure, you can go onto our website and find some metal lock cores to get it put in place of these. These towers are going to tighten down onto your raised rails with this bolt that we have inside of this T-channel on your crossbar. And how it's going to work is it's going to apply pressure to either side and have a little bit of a lip underneath too to give you a really secure fit. Now we can get some measurements on how this is going to sit up here. Now the overall height is going to add is pretty low for the most part. It's only going to be about 1.5 inches, which isn't too bad at all. What I recommend doing is just taking the total height of your vehicle, then adding that crossbar onto it, and then if you have any accessories on top of here, add in that too, so you know what areas you can make it under. And then for an overhang, if we measure from our tower to the end of the crossbar, that's going to be about 3.5 inches. Which isn't too bad. It's not anything where you're going to bump your head on, but you might be able to put a smaller clamp-on accessories up here too. As far as what you can put up here, you could put on clamp-on accessories and T-track accessories, like I said earlier, and you're going to have a weight capacity of up to 165 pounds. Now what I recommend doing is checking what your roof is rated for, then going from the lowest rated component. Overall, this is going to be a great option if you really want to maximize what the RAV4 can carry. Not only is it going to give you a really nice finish to the top of your roof, but it's going to give you a very secure fit too. And what I also like about it is how effortless it is to take on and off your roof. Now to go off of that though, it's going to be really easy for anyone else to take it off too. So what I suggest doing is just investing in some metal lock cores, just give you some more security. And talk about taking it off, the installation was fairly simple. Now I will say, we did play around with the crossbar spread some, just to kind of get some ideas of what we're working with. But if you want to take a look at that too, just stay tuned and we'll walk you through it. To start off the installation, I'm going to lay everything out. So it's not going to be a whole lot. It's just going to be our crossbars, the towers that go along with them, and then you're going to have two included tools, this security Allen key and this other security tool right here. And I also recommend just grabbing a tape measure to make this a lot easier. First, I'm going to just prep my crossbar. That's pretty simple. All you have to do is flip it over. And I like to grab my security tool, take off this end cap. And with that removed, I can grab one of my towers, make sure it's facing this way, and slide these blocks at the bottom of it through this open channel. Sometimes you might have to move things around just a little bit so it fits in there just right. Just like that. And just slide it in place. And if this clamp isn't open enough for you, you can grab your included Allen key and loosen this up so this clamp is larger. When you have the other tower installed, we can put this on top of our roof. I've just roughly placed the towers where they need to be. We'll make some more adjustments after when it's up here. You'll notice that I already have our front crossbars on here, and the process for both of them is going to be the same. As you can see, I'm just moving these around, just trying to make sure everything's even. Since the vehicle today has factory raised rails, and as you can see, it's going to be very limiting on our crossbar spread, we're going to try to spread this out as much as possible. And that distance for us is going to be about 27.5 inches. Now you might be able to push that a little bit more, but we're just putting it here because I know right here is going to be one of the best fits I can get on here. And after when you've done that, just make sure it's even on both sides. The next step is going to be making sure our overhang's the same on both sides. So what I'm going to do is measure from our tower to the end of the crossbar. Then I'm going to make sure that's the same on the other side too. Once you've made all your adjustments, we can finally tighten these towers down. So I'm going to grab that included Allen key, match it up with this bolt inside of here. Once I can actually find it and line it up, and then I can start tightening it down. And a good indicator to let you know this is tightened all the way down is when this blue bar on here straightens all the way out. And once it is, then you can grab your end caps and put them back on and lock them into place. And then after that, I just recommend giving it a good shake test to make sure nothing's moving, everything feels secure. And if it is, then you can load it up with whatever accessories you have. But if you liked everything you saw today, let's just look at the installation and some of the features of the Rhino Rack Roof Rack system on top of our 2021 Toyota RAV4.